Hello, hello, and welcome to Volume 2 of Unknown Destination. I am Coco, aka Cocolicious, aka Gangster Coco, aka a lot of stuff. I'm here with my two co-hosts. To my left,
You've got Des Conscious, come on, let's get it, aka Teddy Bear. I don't know why I'm playing that. Pause. But yeah, you were taking a mic last time with my name, so I just had to, double down on it. But yeah, aka your girl's favourite side husband. Let's get it.
Wow.
And to my right,
Yo, pretty boy Brenny, aka Slim Poppy, aka Mr. Let's just get straight to it.
Word. So, yeah, we've got a great episode planned for you. Plenty of shit going on, but might as well start with, how's everyone doing? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm
Them ones.
No, I'm good. Just working hard, that's what I always say. It's always the same answer. Working hard, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. We good.
Yeah.
And like Kendrick said, nigga, we gonna be alright.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say, and this is a cheap plug to myself because I'll be doing these whole king videos or whatnot. So I'm gonna be transparent with people. I've been up and down, man. I've been in some spaces, but like I be telling people in my videos, like, remember who the fuck you are, and I remember who the fuck I was. So I'm back. So I just want to shout out to anybody who's feeling in a dark place, or these days we're trying to bring more light to mental health and all that, because that's a serious shit that, especially people from the hood, we just gloss over that. So y'all like stay focused, reach out to people if you need to. Don't ever be like too proud to get help or whatever the case may be, and always remember who the fuck you are and go out there and get it and win. That's it. I'm done with that. So yeah.
Win.
Win.
I'm good, actually, to be fair.
Black people got a song for everything, innit?
Back in slave days, we fucked up with the cotton and we singing songs, picking that
We've got a song for every scenario, man. That's already been written. And if it hasn't been written, we make it up ourselves. Like we should be doing freestyling while we're doing it. There's a theme song for everything, boy.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, go ahead then.
But yeah, I'm cool, to be fair. Same, really, life has really been lifing, it's like really been testing my shit, okay? And somehow I'm still keeping it together,
That's it.
Because we have to move, because who gonna pay these bills?
That's right. See, I wanted to continue with the third song, but I didn't want to force it, you know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do? What song?
You gotta say, I'm a Destiny's Child.
I knew. You're better than that.
Survivor.
Man, what?
No?
And you're the only American guy?
What? I don't listen
Come
to
now.
Bills, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
But it didn't really work anyway.
You can't even cut that out. My bad.
No, we're keeping that in there.
Bills.
Well, so where should we start? There's a lot to unpack.
Let's just keep it real. I'm just keep it real with y'all. These motherfuckers have been talking about Love Island so we recorded it late because they talking about Love Island.
Don't say these motherfuckers, yeah. Let me tell you what happened, innit?
Oh,
I had no interest in Love Island.
Here we go.
No, this year I didn't. I watched it once and I know that shit. Let me keep it up. That shit is really addictive, innit?
Bruh.
It is addictive. And all the man them out there that say, I'm about. But watch 2 episodes, innit? You get me?
Yeah.
Watch 2 episodes, you'll be hooked, innit? You're watching it every day. But the thing is, I wasn't gonna watch it this year. Honestly, I only watched it because we wanted to make it a topic, innit? And then since then, I've like been hooked. Cause it's just human nature to be nosy, innit?
Bruh.
You're getting you're watching people, you're watching how this. Anyway, we're gonna talk about it.
We like to people watch. People like to people watch.
Yeah.
And
so,
also, like
I got started.
I got time, and I converted this one. I'm glad I pushed him in that direction.
You convert. Yeah, please testify. I was on.
Yeah.
You was forcing me. You was disappointed.
No one.
Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet?
No one's forcing this excitement onto you. Really excited
The excitement
to see what
is real.
happened.
The
Yeah,
excitement
exactly.
is real. The excitement is real.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna. The excitement is real. You get me? But before that, I'm saying you pushed. I was a ball on the top of a mountain. I was standing still. You pushed me off. and then the momentum just went off.
You've been snowballing the whole time.
Bruh.
I'm on it. I'm telling you, what's the time, man? Let's finish before it starts, man. Yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, I've even started watching the American one as well, just because I enjoy watching it for the social dynamics, for the hierarchy in dating. You know, it does really demonstrate a lot of things, especially, I would say, as a black woman. I like watching it to see how black women kind of navigate through the show, because first of all, I won't lie, I wouldn't. The Love Island money is good because you are guaranteed to make $1 million once you leave.
What is it?
Anyone that comes into the show, you're guaranteed to make $1 million. Just
Nah.
Yeah, off endorsement. I read about it the other day.
Maybe the ones that go through, but like, you know, the people that just go there for like one day and then
Obviously not them. Yeah, I mean, like, if you have an actual stay on there.
Okay.
You know, like, not if you just come in for a second and stuff, but you can. It's actually really good money. But I would never subject myself to the majority white British public. Oh my God, I'm sure they would chew me up and spit me out. And personally, I like myself and I don't really want that to change. So I see some of the black girls go on there, I'm like, you are so bold, because it's not a favourable audience. I'll be down for Love Island Africa, Love Island Caribbean, you know, but
Yo, that shit will be lit.
It will be so lit, and I'll be at home.
Jamaica will be
and I'll be free.
wild, boy.
We are here for Yo,
That's the stereotype.
Them recoupling shits will be greasy, cause you get me.
Your blood take my girl.
Hey.
I'm not engaging in the
Nah. Even the presenter, even the presenter, the guy that you know what I'm saying.
Remember that video with the guys?
You're gonna take that.
They're four in the house now.
Remember that video we seen with the guy standing outside? So when he do the recover, me love you, you know.
Marsha, we love you. Miss Sicky.
and you know another thing, yeah. It's not just that when they're on heat, yeah, but it's like, you know, like, obviously we're all playing games, but you know, like when like Jamaican man are chirping, yeah, and you know it's like they're speaking love riddles, but they're blunt.
Bruh.
So I'd be like, oh fuck yeah. Like they just meant it. Like they think they're being sweet.
No, but actually.
I was like, yo, that shit is cold. Like,
Yeah, I would like,
Yeah.
Yard man, definitely. Some of them are like that, yeah.
Yo, I used to work with one guy, right?
Oh, gosh.
Shout out to Yardley actually. This is years back, man. And this is when I was young. This was my first job ever. Actually, I used to work in my second job. I used to work in Woolworths, and he was a security guard. And me and him used to always part. And then he used to draw girls all the time, like draw women, yeah. And do you know what his biggest line was? I never knew it for the longest time. He's like, no, and then he'll come to me, he's like, yeah, there's no. Said, I'll go up, I'll be like, yeah. I throw water in that, man. I throw water in that. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I throw water in that, man. I throw water in that. For the longest time, I didn't get it. Obviously, I was young. But then you get
Like his water, like
throw
his
water in that, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got to him then, I was like, this guy is mad. Like, you get me like, yeah, throw water in that.
I
And
thought
he'll
you were
tell them
saying
that.
that's, yeah.
He'll tell them that, yeah. He'll tell them that, yeah, throw water.
I wouldn't even know what he's saying,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's how he's getting away with it. What do you mean? I'm not thirsty.
Throw
What do you
water.
mean throw water
Hey.
away? No.
I'm not thirsty.
But listen, any Love Island, even if it was like Love Island Nigeria or some shit like that, yeah.
Oh,
Love
that would be
Island,
lit.
it'll be lit because we
That
know
would
we
actually be
do the most as a people, innit?
Yeah,
So
yeah, we do.
it'll be lit.
We
either
do.
way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just jump in real quick because I watch it the least. And I'll be honest with you, I have not been converted or anything.
Soon come.
I will watch it if other people are watching it, but I will not seek it out by myself. It's not something I'm going to be by myself and I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just get this out the way right now. And we can go back to all the Love Island appreciation. But honestly, I look at it and I think it's entertaining. Just like love and hip hop is entertaining, right? But on the flip side, I be like, this is such fuckery TV. I feel like it has negative, let's say repercussions. I feel like it has negative. I don't like what it represents. I feel like it influences younger people watching this shit. They're impressionable and they look at this shit and they start what they see on TV is what they start bringing into
Normalizing.
their real life, and the relationships are very fickle on Love Island. They shouldn't call it Love Island. It should
And
be Like Island or Lust Island or some shit like that.
Lust Island is definitely accurate. And the beginning of the show is literally like a human auction. The first, like, the way it opens is so degrading. Like, the girl's standing there and the guy's coming down and being like, I want that one. I want that one. Like, I wish it was the other way around at least. If the guys were standing there and the girls were like, I like him and stuff. But they'll be like green. Or just point in that, just make a sound. Like, it's so degrading. It's a human auction. But it's entertaining as fuck, okay? And yeah, just watching Kaz on there especially is just...
Oh, we're getting to that already.
Let's get into it, man. Let's unpack.
Alright. I was gonna say, yeah, I actually fancy Kaz. Like, I actually, like, to me, I'm not just saying it because, like, you know, obviously this is a pro-black guy, innit? And I'm just saying that because, but, like, you know, like, honestly, she's beautiful. Like, her skin is flawless, isn't it? Yeah?
Skin, my god.
Even when she was with Aaron, they looked so good together.
Yeah,
like,
they
as a couple,
did.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They look so beautiful. Like, their skins in the sun and everything. Like, pause, even Aaron, like, gorgeous couple.
You think Aaron's gorgeous?
Gorgeous couple.
Okay, my bad.
So, but the thing with Kaz, right? What I also like is she dresses fire for me. Like, all her clothes are fire. I don't really like. She dresses fire. She's got beautiful shit. Like, her back
The colours that she chooses as well.
Yeah.
For her
My favourite shit, the yams are on point. And there was one time
She got a whole Lamborghini.
Listen.
Sorry, I'm going too far. Yeah,
Lamborghini, yeah, trust me. But,
I like that still.
and then she had a yellow top and a white trousers one time when she went on a date with a guy. I was like, yeah, if I saw her on the road, I would cross the road and draw, bro. Like, she looked really fire. I'm like, so, and again, it's not just how she looks, honestly. Like, the way she handles bullshit, like what Toby done to her, she kept it moving. Like, she's seen Toby and Chloe all the way, and then, you know what I'm saying? She keeps it moving. When there's, like, she's so positive, she's actually got a good heart.
Yeah, she does.
By far, like, she's so positive. Like, such a good person. And sometimes, like, I look at them like, you know what, that's the kind of person you want in your life, you know what I'm trying to say, kind of thing. I ain't trying to sit here and say I'm in love with shit, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, it's clear. And for me, watching shows like Love Island just makes me realise that we are a minority in a country that we're the minority. Because with me, I'm thinking, well, guys, everyone should, you know what I'm saying? Like, she should be like, well, how they treated Lucinda? I'm like, she's fire. Like, no one even comes close.
You know, I have to agree with you there.
And it's not even like saying it's just only the black girls that I'm trying to, because, for example, I really love Kaz, and then there was another black girl, the one that had the funny walk.
Rachel.
I was.
Oh my god, you are deep in it, bro.
Like, he's Tyrannosaurus walk.
No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a mad.
I feel like guys don't really understand how hard it is to walk in heels. So yeah, you might see a girl and she might be struggling a little bit, but as long as she's not like breaking her ankles, you know, you see some girls.
No, that walk, her entrance and the exit was a fucking.
Let me say,
like, it was just a fucking.
Let me say this.
And I didn't like her. I didn't find her attractive, or I didn't really fuck with her.
I thought she was cute.
Quick sidebar. I thought she was cute too, but Kaz does look way better than her. Because remember, I think I was saying like I like what's her face, but the more I looked at Kaz, like, she has a natural beauty.
You know, I like Kaz, but her energy is just, it will be a lot in the morning. Like, she's
too happy or something.
Yeah, I like a balance. Like, I feel like sometimes when people are too nice, there's a level of almost people pleasing. You can't be.
No, but I don't think. I think.
Actually, before we go too far, quick sidebar about the heels. This is just a guy thing, right? I feel like, as you were saying about women in heels, or that. Like, and for a long time, I used to wonder why they even wearing heels for, right? And I heard it accentuates the cheeks and all of that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would much rather see a woman in flats and she still has cheeks. I don't need.
You know what? I'm gonna count on you. And it's not, for me. It's not just about the cheeks. For me, it's you know, like, when you see us men, we see things holistically sometimes, and we don't see what it is that makes what we like.
Yeah.
And I think heels is one of those things.
Yeah.
And like, it's one of those ones where, because I used to work as a bouncer, and I know the difference that I would have when a woman's coming in and then she's got heels on with a nice dress, than when she's got flats on. It makes a big difference in the way. In it's not just it's not like her body, but it's like the difference between a guy in a tracksuit and a suit. You know, like
that's
it's
why
like it's like wearing a suit. You know, like when you wear a suit, and then you've got trainers on, and then when you're wearing a dress and you've got flats on or heels on, it really does. It's like, damn, okay, the heels go with it.
But I don't want to digress too much.
But yeah, I don't want to digress into that.
Well, heels were created so that women can't run away anyway. But no, I'm joking. Actually, the heels started off for men.
Rachel surely ain't running away from nobody.
That walk was crazy. Someone screenshotted and made a meme out of it, and then and that's why I didn't want to go in too much, because someone said that she might have like a disability, and obviously I will always respect.
I should laugh at that.
If she has, then you know what I'm saying, like shout out. But she looked fine without the heels, so it just looked like the heels was something she wasn't used to, because that walk.
I bet Love Island don't even let them come in flats.
Probably
because
not.
they send them clothing and stuff while they're in there, because they get sponsored by certain brands.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And even then, even if you don't like wearing heels, even I don't like wearing heels, I'm gonna come into Love Island in heels, regardless if I can walk.
Of course, come on, man. It's a big stage. It's your entry.
Exactly.
They need to make you come up. But going back to Kaz though, what I want to say about the nice things, the reason why I rate her is because when she's upset, like she's herself. Like say for example, when Toby went to her and said, I don't regret what I did.
Yeah.
Like she's like, what the fuck? Like, cause everything was behind her, and she was like, got over it. But it's still like I haven't forgotten the fuckeries, but I'm just whatever in it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then, he came back and like like men, something that we do, which is a fuckeries, right? Men and women actually, but I know I've been guilty of it. You treat someone wrong, but you want them to forgive you. So it's like you've done the fuckeries, but you still, because you feel bad, you wanna somehow feel vindicated of that burden of guilt.
Yeah.
So then you return and then you make it a whole nother problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he kind of done. And then she wasn't there for it. And even if he done it the wrong way. So he was like, I don't regret nothing. And then she stuck it on him. Do you get me? She walked away. So it's not like, she's a people pleaser. I just think she's genuinely, yeah, like there's a difference between someone nice and someone that is just positive.
No,
like,
I do believe this about her.
Yeah.
Okay, and I definitely can see that she knows how to defend herself. So it's not for me to say that like she's a walkover, but I feel like there's sometimes like it's self-care to be able to express when you're having a down day and stuff, not to have to keep up appearances for people. And I know personally that shit gets exhausting, so it's actually more from a well-being. Yeah, you can challenge me now.
When she's upset, she's upset, but then she literally keeps it moving.
Have you got the ring ready or?
Hey, Kaz, hold up, man. Hold up, man.
I like the way that you. I'm not mad at it.
Listen, because I just fuck with it because it's like the way 9 times out of 10 people wouldn't have handled that Chloe shit the way she did. You know what I'm saying? And she really liked Toby, and then he kissed, and then she lied to him. He lied to her, and then the whole thing. And then she's cool. She hasn't shown no shade to Chloe. Yeah. That's something most women will struggle with. She's genuinely just let that shit slide like a water for duck back. Done, kept it moving. She's a bigger, mature, emotionally mature. And then she'll tell you about yourself. Like she's telling you, I was upset that you lied, But then she just and I think that is actually strength. Do you understand? Like she's expressed it each time. Boom, boom, boom. But it's like then there's like no jealousy. There's no envy. She's just upset.
But there's no point in doing that anyway. I think that would be weakness to like now be angry at. It's just the truth is he doesn't like you, and there's no point in getting mad.
But then that's the thing some people struggle with.
It's just the way that he navigated it, But like I said, especially in the new episode, I was definitely like, yes, Kaz. Because I like the energy she's giving Tyler. Just from the little clip I saw, I was like, give him that energy. Because I want her to show some rage. I feel like as a black woman, sometimes we can't like be as angry as we want to be because people will just label. And I just know that even if she wanted to get mad in certain situations, I know it will be crossing her head that I don't want to be the angry black woman. I don't want to be. So I wonder, I'm sure if I met her and we had a private conversation, it would be something different to the way. I'm just saying the pressures, especially as a black woman, to not flip all the time, and at the same time I'm entitled to have my flip mode if I'm pissed off about something.
There's one thing I'd like, just going back to something you said about you know, he don't want her, so, you know, there's no sense in being angry about it. I think it's beyond that, and that's another thing I don't like about that show. Well, it's how she can be angry because of the way that he carried himself and portrayed himself to her. You know, people make these promises, like, because from the bit I seen, he was like fully like engulfed in her or whatever, and as soon as he had the chance to break, there was no grace period, there was no nothing. He was just lipsing up this next woman like mad quick.
Yeah.
So it's like, where is the accountability for whatever it is that these things that you were saying? It's like, I'm a hook up with you, and we were doing all this camaraderie, and real quick, even outside of a love situation, you team up with me and we have this camaraderie, and so quick you just in a whole nother situation. Like, what did that mean for all this shit that you were saying before? So it's kind of like,
exactly.
How much weight did that?
This is what makes the show interesting for me, because it shows you the difference in people's personalities, people's strengths, and people's skills. And this is why I rate Kaz, because she was the one that got fucked up with, and Toby was a dickhead in that situation. But the only reason why that whole situation wasn't engulfed in flames was because of how she handled it. Do you understand?
Exactly.
That's why I rate it. Do you get me? He fucked up, and he didn't know how to handle that situation. Like, as a man, say for example, if you do some shit like that and it's normal, okay, I don't like her, I like her now, then be a man about it. But he handled it so wrong, and then even after the fact, he's just kind of like, he don't want confrontation, he's scared, he's a pussy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He is.
Strong.
He really
is.
He's fake.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
soft.
pussy about that.
General consensus?
Soft.
Yeah.
He's Love Island Jamaican.
He's a coward, in fact. He's a coward.
Yeah.
He runs away from situations that he has directly contributed to. And then I'll
He's fake, man. I can see through him. Like, even he's pretending to be like, like when he's talking, I see it, and it's just like, but then he's young. Obviously, I can't. These people are young to me, and at that age, I'm probably more silly than him. But again, like, my people skills were better than him at that age. But it's not what it is now. So my barometer is higher. You know what I'm saying, in terms of how I'm judging him, and that's a bit unfair.
Throwing these big words out.
You know what I'm saying?
Educated.
So come on, that's what we do, man.
I think Toby's the kind of person that's, like, if I met him, I wouldn't even stay mad at him, because I'd just be like, you're such an idiot. Like, I'm not even expecting anything more out of you. So fair enough, sometimes you have to be in situations with people to see how they really navigate them. But like, I learned a long time ago, some people aren't capable of certain things, like certain integrities and stuff, and you will frustrate yourself trying to get them to act integral when it's not a language that they speak.
He's never like Kaz.
You know? Oh yeah, definitely not.
Like, he really was not on Kaz at all.
But he didn't kiss her. He didn't kiss her outside the challenges.
Yeah. So he tried. Fair enough.
So I should scale that back, actually, because I'm less informed than you guys are, because I don't know how much of a union that he was portraying to have with her.
I can tell. So don't get me wrong. One thought about Kaz is that she gets gassed on guys early and quick and whatever. So she was gassed. Like, all the red lines were there, the red signs were there. Like, this guy's not really on me. He's not kissing you.
I would say that, yeah.
So actually, taking that into consideration, that she should be angry. She should just realize.
But the thing is, then they had a conversation one time. Because you know what? This is what I like about the show. Sometimes you don't know.
Oh yeah, and he said he's gonna give it his all.
Yeah, he's gonna give it. I'm gonna jump in. I'm in. Let's do that. So then, if you say that, then come on, man. How can you expect?
In the ends, that's
what I'm saying. It's him being a pussy and not saying, I don't know if I like you or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he just bottled it. He got there. He wanted to say certain things in the conversation. He just bottled it.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it. Like, he doesn't want to hurt her. He didn't want to hurt her though.
He goes with the ride.
Obviously.
And then until Chloe came, remember, he's never made his own decision. So Cash chose him, Chloe chose him, that other girl he just goes with the wind. You know what I'm saying?
And then he chose the new girl though. He chose that one, and he's already regretting it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, I ain't even up to date with that actually.
Yeah.
Let's not do a review, let's just get down to like what the final thoughts.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like, say for example, go away. Another issue I wanted to bring up is that guy that we were talking about. The one that was in there for a short period but had the tattoos.
Oh, Danny.
That guy, typical for all the guys, young guys watching, that is the opposite of gaming. It shows you how to put a woman off when you're too into her and you're too possessive. And that's what that guy done. He messed himself up. Because at first, Okay, so for people that don't know,
Like me.
there was Lucinda, a beautiful girl. There was Danny, and there was Aaron, and she liked both of them. And then Danny chose her, so he ended up with her. But then Aaron was making his move. Now Danny, as an insecure guy, he felt you're on a show called Love Island, so people are gonna make their move. He got angry at Aaron. He started being possessive at Lucinda, and he started being upset with her. Do you understand? And too possessive kind of thing. And you've just met her today, bro. Like within hours.
The breakup conversation that they had from like, it was actually so funny to see the way that they both translate that conversation to their friends, because he thought that he had broken things off, or at least in it, he's like, oh, obviously she's not giving you the vibe, that's why you want to break it off. But if she was, he's acting like it's his decision. And like, men in control, I know in those instances where they feel like they've been embarrassed or another guy has like slighted them and showed them up, now he has to feel like he has control.
She even
like,
said it during the breakup. She was like, "Oh, she repeats something he said."
Yeah, she said he thinks that he broke it off. But sometimes you just got to
even
let
the
guys
breakup.
like that go.
You could see the way that she was like, she was mugging him off at that last conversation. She was like, did not give a shit.
But it doesn't matter. In her position, I would just let him think whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Whatever helps me exit this situation. So if you want to say that you broke us up,
Pause.
Quick message for you guys. Right?
Is that camera? Is it on?
It
Is that
should
thing?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. Switched up. My bad. Sorry.
Oh.
The screen. I thought it was on us.
Oh, okay.
I thought it went blank. My bad.
Technical difficulties if you're just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Quick message. I feel like from now on, if I hear a message, I'm just gonna throw it in there. Quick message for you, young guys, any guy. Show her that you can take control, but do not control her.
Yeah.
Snaps. So yeah, final.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, take control, and it's like take control, make decisions. And you know what? Going off of what you said is that people are too scared of the consequences of decisions, and so they do everything else to avoid those consequences or to soften the blow. So it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, but as a man, when it comes to women, it's like, if you're gonna make a decision in whatever it is that you're doing. If other people disagree, then they disagree, but at least they know where you stand. Do you understand? Don't try and people please or meet this one halfway or whatever the case is. And you know, like, let's say for example, you want to go on a date with a girl, and then a guy will be like, "Are you free on a Saturday? Like, are you free? Well, in the afternoon, are you doing anything?" You understand? It's like, "Oh, I wanna go out with you on Saturday."
That's not too bad, but I get what you're saying though.
Like, but even still, it's like, I want to go out with you on Saturday, and I'd like to book a restaurant for us to go to or something like that. And I think, obviously, make sure you have some type of opening for you to do that. Don't just be like, meet a chick, and then be like, straight away. But like, it's just the way you do it as well. But like, it's like, look, I want to.
But be more of a firm and about.
I would like to go out with you on this Saturday, and you know.
And then you can follow with your "Are you free?"
Yeah.
I want to do this at XYZ.
Yeah.
You available?
Yeah.
Boom.
Do you understand? Do you get me? Whereas some guys, people just will just be beating around the bush so much. That's how they don't even get in the bush. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was right. Okay,
I had to one up him.
I know you're proud of yourself as well. Look at the look you had on your face.
He's gonna be at home.
He's just jacking himself off with his own jokes.
That's in the words of Tay-Rock. That's light. That's light. That's light.
Light work.
Light work.
Well, my conclusion is that, yeah, as a dark-skinned black woman coming on these shows, I feel like, it's very high risk, you know, and this is not the audience that is going to appreciate you, but I'm here for Kaz. I am team Kaz.
I see Kaz and I sometimes I cringe. Not because she's dark skinned, yes, because she is, but because I know she's dark skinned in a world that's not. Do you understand? And then I cringe for her because I know that she's from Essex and she's probably in this bubble. Not to say she's had a bad time, but look, I'm gonna keep it super real at this point. I'm gonna keep it so super real. She's obviously not from ends. She's not from ends. No. And I think the type of black girls that go on that show tend to not be from ends, nah. Do you understand? Never. They tend to not be, even though you're black. I'm not calling them coconuts, I'm not calling them coconuts.
For you, maybe non-British viewers, maybe I might attract some Americans. Yeah, hood.
She's not from the hood.
Yeah.
She's not. Are you really from? She's not from the hood. She's not from ends, and you know, like. So it's like sometimes when you're black and you're from a demographic where you really are the minority there now. Like us lot from the so-called hood or ends, yeah, we live in a bubble. It's us that live in a bubble where we are the majority, or we feel like we're the majority inside of we're a microcosm instead of a macrocosm. So in our own microcosm thing, we feel that we are the predominant people here, and then it's like the illusion of that. But the truth is that we're not. And then there's people like Kaz who are outside of that, and they are in a macrocosm, and I think that it affects the way that they are and stuff like that, dating and stuff like that. Because I know the majority of black girls around me wouldn't be able to go on that show because 90% of the guys there would be ineligible to them because they don't date non-black. And if then it's got to be a certain kind of, do you understand?
Exactly.
Do you get me? So even someone like me on that show, it wouldn't really work because I wouldn't be able to date a majority of the girls either.
That's the next question. So ask all y'all. You saying you wouldn't go on Love Island?
I strongly believe that some of these men that come on there have never been in the vicinity of a black woman in such an intimate space, and I think that's even who was it? What was that boring guy that was with Lucinda? I've forgotten his name. I always forget. But he liked Rachel for a while, but I think he was just besotted with her. Like he hasn't had this kind of close proximity to a black woman. Like it's like
Brad.
Yeah, that's it. Tokenism. You know, like to a certain level, like local Beyonce, if you will. You know. So I feel like if I was going to go, I wouldn't go in there. But I feel like those men. I don't know if Love Island are asking them, do you date black women? Because some of them are saying, oh, I'm here for Kaz. But are you doing the research to find out if this individual is really? Because you can say that all you want, but it's another thing to actually date black women, and there is, racism within the dating world as well, and stereotypes about who we are and the way that we behave and stuff. But
I mean, I can't fault them for not knowing, but what I can is just that, like, I can't fault, like, it's like, say for example, we all have cultures are cultures. We've got different cultures in it. So I remember being in school and I had like my white friends, and I actually remember this day so clearly. It was one day we were on the bus at the bus stop, and it was like us lot and like two of my white boys, and then we were talking about girls, and then we were comparing like celebrities at the time, like who would smash, like young boy conversation. Yeah, like I'll smash her, this, that. And then I can't remember who it was, the two it was that we compared, but it was basically like some shit like Beyonce versus some generic like white thing, whatever the case is, right?
Who's generic?
I can't remember. I'm not gonna lie. Since young, my favorite white celebrity that I had a crush on, but then it's changed. But it's Scarlett Johansson. I used to really like her. Like, but
she's still my crush.
Like I'm talking about way before Marvel. Like she was. Yeah, no, from
fire. There, she is fire. She still is fire.
Do you understand?
She's
like,
gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought it was Scarlett.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I can't remember. Maybe I'm not doing justice, but I was just like, bruh, like in my head I'm thinking, bruh, the girl you're showing me, like, so if that girl was in my community, she would feel so ugly, put it that way. Do you understand? Around people that think like me. And this is why I feel for women like Kaz. Because you're a diamond around a different culture that is never going to appreciate your beauty.
Yeah.
Like if she was in my community, she's a diamond. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Like, she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to be worshipped down there, you know what I mean? Because she's beautiful. But in there, I'm just seeing her getting rejected. She's coming last, this, that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like crazy.
Yeah, don't like it. But we digress.
Let's stop real quick.
Yep. I had something too.
I'm just gonna, because I don't know how.
Pause.
Lurking.
It's recording.
Lurking. Whose IG page is that, Desmond?
What?
Whose IG page is that?
The Minister of
Daily Bible quotes. Yeah.
Daily Bible quotes. That's right.
If only y'all knew. All right.
So we back. Shall we
get
move on to next?
Yeah, we digress onto DaBaby, right?
Yes, yeah.
DaBaby.
So look, can we see his comment? Because I actually haven't seen the full.
Yeah, I ain't seen it as well.
While you're looking that up, just to give it some context. So DaBaby was on a rant at Rolling Loud. He said some things that kind of have the internet up in uproar, and they are perceived as homophobic. It was perceived as a homophobic rant.
It was homophobic.
Then he went and doubled down or gave some sort of an apology on live.
It's gonna be spicy, because I feel the energy already. So, alright,
so we're just gonna go straight into it. I should have seen this already.
This is gonna be a good chance to show people that there can be disagreements made amongst friends, and it's not the opposite of the world. Right?
I knew this was gonna be a great one for us to discuss. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, hold on. So we're gonna react to this, right? Alright. So I haven't actually. We've heard about it, but none of us have seen.
I've seen.
Okay. You could have lied, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean this? Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Alright.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that. Lady, if you like water, put a cell phone like that. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that. Let's be real about that. Yeah, keep it real. Some of y'all is suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real. Well, at least somebody got
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So who's gonna launch into it first? Because I have an interesting take on it though.
Shall I start? Okay, I'll start. Okay. Firstly, DaBaby really got on stage. Yeah.
It's got kind of heavy in here all of a sudden. Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to get some opposition. Firstly, DaBaby really got on stage and attacked gay people unprovoked. It's not like there was nothing to gain from it. He just came up there and made a bunch of comments and attacked people that have paid him money to come and see him in concert. You're directly offending your own fans. HIV, mentioning HIV. There's people born with HIV that can't even control that. It has nothing even to do with necessarily being gay, especially if you're a conspiracy theorist and you understand where it actually came about. So there were so many stereotypes, so many attacks, and for no particular reason. And I find it very strange that anyone is worrying about what some guy is doing in the parking lot. I'm not concerned about who's sucking dick in the parking lot, because you wouldn't be concerned if it was a woman. You'd probably be like, yeah, you'd be fine with that. So why is he so concerned about what other people are doing in the parking lot? As long as they're paying to come in and see him, that's the only thing he needs to be concerned about, okay? And as a result, he's lost, he's been dropped from Lollapalooza, Park Life, Boohoo Man. So he's lost hella endorsements, because it's one thing to have a stance on something, it's another to preach hate, and he officially moved into the preach hate category. It's one thing to have your feelings about gay people and stuff. It's another thing to get on stage and preach hate, what is defined by hate speech, for no reason. So, and to be fair, now I'm like, I don't think I didn't really fuck with him like that anyway, but I feel like there's so many other things to be concerned about, and I could even understand like someone disliking what Lil Nas X is doing in general, because he's doing a lot, too much in fact, but it still does not warrant DaBaby's comments.
I was just about to make my
statement.
my Khalees joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
You guys don't want to hear it.
What's your opening statement about this whole thing?
First of all, I don't care about DaBaby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not a DaBaby fan, right? But look, man.
Before remember, just opening statement. I'm gonna make mine. Let's not debate each other just as yet.
All right.
Right. Go.
Opening statement. I didn't say anything wrong. I just thought he said some shit that people say in hip hop. Like, for example, in the Fat Man Scoop song, he'd be like, "You got a $50 bill, put your hands up." Like, people just say all kinds of shit in concerts and stuff like that. And I don't think he linked to the HIV to the gay shit. He just said that, and then he said, if your pussy smells like water. So then all of a sudden, what if all the girls who have got like fishy bums, like, and then what is that hate speech against? Is that hate speech against girls whose pussy don't smell like water?
Yeah, fishy pussy.
And it could be down to a disease.
Protection.
Yeah, cool. What I'm trying to say is, and it could be down to a disease and stuff like. What I'm trying to say is that there is like we are building a whole universe of just sensitivity, hypersensitivity. You know what I'm trying to say? If you don't like what he said, fine. And if you're offended by what he said, fine. It's just he didn't say anything about hurting, killing, hating, or anything like nothing. He just said it in whatever way he said it, like in his world, in his hyper masculinity world, the people that exist in that world don't suck dick in a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So he just said that. Like he ain't, if you know what I'm trying to say, like that's just what he said. Like it's not like that's all it is. He said put your lighters up if you ain't.
Okay.
But that's it. Yeah.
So let me just jump in too. Funny enough, I'm somewhere in the middle of you guys. I don't even know if that deserves a pause or something. I don't know. But the general consensus, none of us care about the DaBaby like that. I'm not a big fan of his. I really don't check for his music like that. And he made 3 statements. The first 2, I actually could kind of see what he was doing. I kind of agree with you on that point with it's just a call to action kind of thing that you do at a concert. And to me, all he was saying is if you carry yourself in a particular way that you do not be irresponsible and get HIV and you have proper hygiene, not some dirty gal that, you know, your vagina doesn't. That's what I took those 2 to mean. But the last one is where it gets really tricky for me because that's when it exposes the kind of that type of masculinity from the hood where there is a bit of homophobia, really and truly, because when he said, if you ain't sucking dick in the park, that's just, you're kind of passively aggressively attacking homosexuals. And even the DJ backed it up with his ad-libs, like, yeah, because some of y'all motherfuckers are suspect out here, like, you that means there's a problem with gay people, the way that you put it across that way.
There's a problem with suspect people that pretend. Okay. Let me say
you rebut it. Hold on a second.
My bad.
That's all I'm seeing here, and then my take on that last bit is it's kind of like those white people who are racist, but they have a black friend. So he's trying to say, I'm not homophobic because I have and I like the gay people at my show, but you just said some shit that will make gay people feel a particular way about being gay in the first place. And if they did something in the parking lot, whatever, mad shit happens in these parking lots and these concerts and whatnot. So that's how I looked at that last one. You cannot walk back from that last one. It exposes a bit of inner adversity to homosexuality that we have, but we gloss over that we don't have it. Like those racists that have an inner racism, but they gloss over it because, well, I like these black people, just not this nigger shit over here.
Well, like what? Okay, sorry.
So that's my final
statement.
That's my final statement. We all good with each other. Go ahead.
Something to say.
Jump in, my guy. Let it off your chest.
Look, my thing is, right, I don't necessarily agree with what he said, but I want to fight for his right to say what he said. And that's the thing. I just think that, look, we are not one culture. We are not one world. Mm-hmm. And I think it's alright for you to say you don't agree with sucking dick in the parking lot if you believe that. Mm-hmm. And if that's the culture he comes from or anything like that, why is it a force for him to coincide with that? Mm-hmm. People are buying his music, and we come from a world where we have forgotten now that music is a form of expression, it's a form of culture, and it's the form of, you know what I'm trying to say, like when hip hop was came from, when rock and roll, when we buy musicians' music, when we buy musicians' music, there's genres, there's subgenres, and there's even genres beyond that. And there's gonna be people that believe in, you know, the devil, and they have some devil worshipping shit, and then they'll go to a devil worshipping musician, and he's gonna say some shit. And then if a Christian goes to that concert and he's like, this guy is, you know, sacrilegious. Like it's like DaBaby is a hip hop guy that comes from. I'm not saying that there ain't problems in the hood when it comes to homophobia and shit like that, but his culture. Do you understand? That culture that he has, or whatever that he's on, he's spitting what he truly is about. And the thing is, why is it that the wider public now, I'm not okay, fair enough, there's a problem with that culture, whatever the case is, that's a whole other topic. But he is just saying stuff that has been in that culture and that demographic for years. And the people don't get beat up or killed. Like say for example, it's not like saying I want to kill people or murder people. It's just that ain't us. That ain't what we do. like in that culture, in that what like us, that gangster shit that we rap about. We rap about killing each other. We rap about like we don't snitch either.
You know what?
And we don't do this, and this is not what we do. And then so he's talking about all the stuff that he wants to. He's reinforcing the culture. He ain't saying fuck these other people. So it's like, why is he not allowed to say that?
Now I agree with you on a couple of points, but he first of all, it's not a DaBaby concert. It's Rolling Loud, so not everybody there is a DaBaby fan.
Thank you.
Two, I understand about his culture or whatever. I come from the same era, right? But he's not. It's almost as if like if someone says something racist right now and they get attacked, you have no excuse to not know about certain things that will get.
See, I even disagree with that.
So there's a bit of
we know what kind of influence.
No,
I disagree with that.
The same way that people get on Kanye for certain things, which we're gonna talk about him later. You have a certain air of social responsibility when you're that big a figure and you have that many people, you have that wide an audience, right? Now he has his views or whatever, but the way he put it across is still some sort of a disdain towards, and it is a disdain towards, and I agree with you that we don't need to, you should not be forced to subscribe to homosexuality if you don't fuck with homosexuality. Cool. But in this wider arena, there's a difference between talking with your homeboy in whatever vicinity you're in and talking on a stage that big to so many people. His publicist must have been behind the stage like, oh my god.
You are an influential voice with a big platform, and just think about it this way, even if those are just his views, okay, what about the ramifications for the people in the audience, the kind of things that can incite? Because you can't say people follow what musicians tell them to, like the way they follow politicians. You know, Trump gets elected or Farage gets and he's in the spotlight, and then suddenly hate crimes go up. They're not saying go out and attack immigrants, or they're not saying Trump did, but like, you know, they're not saying it directly, but the language that they use incites a certain energy, and it's not a positive energy at the very least. And more so, I just feel like there are ways to express yourself and say those things that don't necessarily have to be like the HIV thing. You can't say that they're separate because they're made as part of the same point. I consider all of those part of a joint statement, just 3 parts to it, you know. And the HIV thing, following comments about gay people.
No, but
they preceded
the pussy water thing. What does pussy smell like water got to do with homophobia?
To be fair, no one cares about that. We know that.
No, but you can't disconnect that and then connect to everything else.
But that's not offensive. We're talking about the offensive remarks. Like, that's not obviously.
Some people.
Yeah, the stinky pussy girls, but I'm saying that's I'm not going to go and beat a girl up because you look like you have a stinky pussy. You know, like, no one's ever going to know that. There's no real life ramifications for anyone that doesn't fit that demographic. Okay, but the other ones, there are demographics. There are direct demographics. People that are not even gay that have HIV, and people that are gay that even maybe are modest and don't even do those things, but you're still calling me out.
Can I ask a question? What if he was gay and he had a problem with promiscuity, and he said, if you're sucking dick at home, put your lighters up. If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lighters up. Like,
but that goes back to how he delivered the message then. Unfortunately, the way that he delivered that message didn't sound like it was promiscuity. It was correlated to promiscuity.
Cool. My thing is, and this is the trap that we are walking into, right?
Okay.
And I'm just going to open a wider picture.
Like the trap Future be rapping about.
This is the trap that we're walking into. Okay. We are in a world where everything is being swept under the carpet so much. People are afraid to say what they mean and mean to say what, and you know, they're afraid to say what they mean. And expression is one of the most beautiful things in music, right? I do not listen. If there is a racist country song, I would defend his right to make that song. When I say racist, as long as he isn't, as long as someone isn't saying like kill them or I hate them or things like that. But if someone has got an anti-immigration song, for example, or an anti song about immigrants or anti-song about whatever the case is, they have every right to do that. If there's someone,
I have to interject real quick because the music expression, okay, going back to Kanye again, he didn't put in his music that George Bush hates black people. He said that shit as it himself. He voiced that, right? DaBaby, his music doesn't really talk about homosexual. Well, he has normal hood music, but he was a person with a microphone on stage, freestyling free thoughts.
Yeah.
And he said that shit.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So I think that disconnects it from your freedom of expression in music.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In the same way, that's what I'm
music.
trying to say. But it's at a music concert, and the thing is, right? Music perpetuates culture, and he's saying shit within his. So, for example, and another point I wanted to make, and this is a joke that Dave Chappelle said. Yeah. He says that when he was doing the Chappelle show, one of the directors or managers or whatever, you can't say the F word, which is
said the N word with sorry.
Don't spoil the joke ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Like,
let me just sit my side.
He said you can't say the F word, which is maggot with an F, right? Yeah. So he said you can't say that word. That's what they told him. And then he said, "Oh, but you let me say the N word with impunity. I say that all the time. Do you understand?" And then they said to him, "Well, you're not a gay person, so you can't say it." And then he goes, "Well, I'm not a nigga either."
Yeah.
And then it's like, wow. So, but the thing is, DaBaby, he's talking about killing people all the time, murdering people, everything. Like they talk about people they hate. He's like hip hop alone talks about all types of shit, violence, even actual crimes, right? And that is given a what? Freedom of what? Expression.
But I love Bashment, but I don't like the fact that you can be. They make plenty of songs that are anti-gay, but I don't think that just because you can, there's some things that shouldn't be expressed.
No. Say for example, there's some dancehall songs that cross the line because they actually preach hate. For example, if they fire make we burn them, that is a hate speech. That's not just saying I don't fuck with that. That's saying stab them and burn them. And I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but DaBaby has made other songs that are about violence and that are anti-gay. And so if he makes a statement that is anti-gay, then the violence is the fine print of that. Because it is though. Because like you said, look at the kind of artist that he is, right? You said himself that he'll talk about murder, about this and that, right? So if your brand is kind of based around violence and then you say hateful words.
He didn't say hateful. It wasn't hateful.
They are.
It wasn't hateful.
I would even say I would agree. It's not hateful.
Like that's what I'm saying. When we're making it.
No, but I'm repping the LGBT community. I'm telling you that was hateful speech. You might not view it as that, but it's one of those things. Just like there's certain things that people could say about black people, and it's up to us to decide what we find offensive. I'm telling you that it was hateful.
What's the line between I don't mess with this and I hate this?
You can have an opinion. You can even do it in your music. You can even do it at your own concert, but you're coming to a neutral space. And more so, DaBaby has got to a certain point in his success in his career. He's blocking his own blessings. As you can see, he's been getting dropped from endorsements. For what? There's so many different ways you can introduce that could have been badass and could have got you traction or got you headlines and stuff. But that for me was actually just stupid and ignorant.
What do you call that, integrity?
But hold on, even before we even get to integrity, I'm still just looking at what he actually said. I do not feel like his actual statements was hate. Irresponsible, yes. Could they incite hate somewhere else? Because I could imagine when he said that, someone in the crowd might be like, yeah, fuck them gay ass niggas. Yes, but he himself did not say, I would not say what he actually said was hate. I would say, I don't fuck with that. Like, if you don't wear no black NASA hoodies, put your hands. I don't fuck with the NASA hoodies. That's not hate.
Look, man, he said, if you ain't got HIV and all them other deadly diseases where you're gonna jump down and die tomorrow, put your lighters up. If your pussy smells like water, ladies, if your pussy smells like water, put your lighters up. If you ain't gonna suck dick in the parking lot, put your lighters up.
He said, fellas,
if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lighters up. None of those three. Fine, are they not nice things to say? Hold on, wait, are they not nice things to say? Yes. Are they hurtful things to say? Yes. Are they irresponsible? I agree with that. Yeah. Yes. But like I said, we live in a world where people say fucked up shit all the time, and we all say like there's gonna be like it's gonna happen. But for what's the difference between him saying that and then let's just say for example there was like for real, because we're coming into a world now where even if he said the stuff with the pussy smell like water stuff, there's gonna be a group of women that are like that have DV, and there's gonna be these like sexual relation groups and stuff like that. Be like, well, I think that that was completely hate speech against. There's women that suffer from these things and then they becoming victims. And I hear that. Look,
he's helped them because he's made them see
look,
that
all
they
it
smell
is,
a particular way and they should go sort
and
that shit out.
what about as a poor, like for example, you got a $50 bill, put your hand up. What if you've got £10 in the rave that day and you're a broke
You know
black
how I
guy?
used to feel when
And
you
you're a broke black guy. Like that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
but
everything's
you
gonna
can
please you.
master
Like
that.
it's cool. Like no one's gonna. It's not like hatred. It's just like that's not what I do.
I don't know why you keep on bringing Fat Man Scoop into this. This has nothing.
But that's what we do in hip hop.
with it,
In hip hop,
okay?
if you go to concerts, if you go to things, people, like I said, you're a DJ. People say all types, and I'm trying to say that they say like they're gonna take the mic and they're gonna say things to make the crowd relate to.
Call response.
Yeah,
Call
well then
response
I
to, you
think
know what I'm
next
saying?
time you should just hire Fat Man Scoop and say that for someone else. Just stick to the music, okay?
And but anyway, okay, this is my last point. 'Cause I hope my last point is my last point is this: people, be careful of us walking into a chat of being governed and controlled and having a lack of complete freedom of expression, because right now people are being cancelled, people are losing jobs, work, because of what they truly feel and believe. And I believe that one of the founding things that we have had, the last thing that we have had as a people, is freedom of expression. And that is what has helped me wake up into the world that I live in. I listen to hip hop all my life. And there's hip hop that I agree with, there's hip hop that I don't agree with. But music that I listen to that made me who I am today would not be acceptable in 20 years' time due to the path that we're going to, that woke up my mind to see the world and to have the love that I do and to be the man that I am today.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to be controlled into thinking the same thing the same way. There's going to be disagreements. Not everyone is going to like everyone else's culture. Not everyone is going to like everyone else's race. Like I said, you don't have to love black people. You don't have to want to be next door to us. And you know what? If you tell me that, that's fine. You then join a party and you have that. You express, as long as you do not spit on me when I walk past, and as long as when we're in a professional environment, I've got all the rights that you have. Do you understand? But if you personally have a belief that you don't fuck with me because of my race, as long as you treat me correct, like fair enough, it's like cool.
No,
Like I'm saying, and like when with the world that we're living in, not everything's good. We are like I said, it's control. It is complete control. Our Facebooks, our social media, people are saying stuff that they said how long ago, and it's literally all about control. And you think now we've got the power because we're cancelling people. Wait until the tables turn, until stuff that you truly believe in, that you think is nothing wrong with it, but then there's other groups that have feelings against it, and then now you start losing your income, your job, and your opportunities because someone else thinks what you believe is offensive. So it's like, let's stop with the sensitivity. Like he didn't, no offense, I'm not getting at you, but he didn't do the hate. It wasn't hatred. Fool, it was not nice. You know what I'm saying? What he said was not. If I was gay, I wouldn't like what he said.
It was insensitive.
It was insensitive.
Okay,
I hate that.
let me put it
But
this way, yeah.
why should he then be like? It's not like the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
No, let me put it
it's
this
like-
way, because you made one point that I was like, okay.
Right.
As a black woman, I very often go into comment sections and see people speaking about me unprovoked. Black women are this, black women are that. And that's the whole point. You're just minding your business and someone is coming at your character unprovoked. I don't think freedom of expression should just be for every dickhead, because first of all, you wouldn't say that thing to me in my face, okay? So you should, if you're going to say something, you should be ready to deal with the ramifications of it. So you're right. He's getting the ramifications right now. You can't just pop off at the mouth. You're right, freedom of expression is not free. It comes with a price sometimes, and I'm glad that he's paying the price.
That's right.
Because he used his audience and that particular moment. He could have said so many things. He could have said Black Lives Matter. He could have said a whole bunch of more important things than, if you're not sucking dick in that fucking now. That's just stupid to me, honestly. And yeah, freedom of expression, I do believe in preserving it, but I don't believe in preserving something that encroaches potentially on someone else's rights.
That becomes. Oh, sorry. I was gonna
No,
say,
that is the point. I don't believe in freedom of expression that could potentially contribute from someone else's rights being encroached on or prevented, or, I believe in equality for all. I am actually a fucking hippie, so I don't like things that alienate people or attack people unnecessary. You can have an opinion about gay people, of course you can. You can have it in your friends, your family, you can have it on your albums and stuff. No one's gonna stop you from that. But
not at your concert.
No,
That's
actually no, but it's not his concept. Remember we said that.
Yeah, but he's still
it's rolling loud.
To be fair,
it's not his concept.
To be fair, when we look at it in a sense that one, like you say, he's from a hood, he's from a particular culture, and one of the problems I used to have early on when I was dealing with just the rise of the, I guess, the normality of homosexuality. But let's just keep it a buck. When we're from the hood, we only care about male homosexuality. We don't really give a crap about what women are doing, to be fair. Male homosexuality is different, right? One thing I used to hate was the word homophobe. And because of how sensitive this world is getting, people just get lumped into homophobia. It's like, just because I don't subscribe to something doesn't mean I hate the people, doesn't mean I don't want to be around them, doesn't mean, like, you know what I'm saying? But we get lumped into that. And it started seeming like for a second, the minute you have an adverse opinion to a particular group, your life is over, you lose endorsements, I think that's getting out of hand. So when we look at it in a sense that he's from a particular culture, he doesn't mess with that situation, and that's all he expressed. When you really just look at the words that he used, all he was expressing, or trying to express anyway, is he don't really subscribe to that level of homosexuality in that sense, I suppose. I don't look at it as hate speech. Unfortunately, other people can take his message and turn it into whatever they want to turn it into.
And
right?
you know what?
And you said, before you finish, you said, I'm gonna let you finish.
No,
You said.
I was just about to say that.
One of the words that you use that makes this even more difficult. You said potential. That's what blurs the lines. I could say something right now on any one of our episodes that has the potential to make someone else feel like, then what can I say then?
Yeah.
Anything I say will have the potential to upset someone, even if I came at it in a, I expressed what I felt without actually attacking anybody, but potentially it pissed somebody off, and now they've taken that and turned it into a whole thing, and now people are looking at me and painting me with some brush that's like, who the hell said I hate? I don't hate gay people, or whatever the case may be. I might have whatever stance I have on it, but it's not to be pushed into that realm where I'm being attacked as a homophobe. That, you know what I'm saying? There's that gray area that just makes it all weird. What can you say then? What can you express?
Can I say that the dangerous thing with this hypersensitivity that I believe it is that it loses cause of the real troubles. So for example, and people know I'm pro-black, like I'm against racism, but I'm pro communication and expression. So there's people that are considered racist that I actually get along with. Like they tell me their stance, I tell them their stance. It's cool. Respect is there.
They tell you their stance and you tell them their stance as well.
I tell them my stance.
Okay.
And then
Well, this guy just told me.
But what I'm trying to say, though, essentially what I'm trying to say is that we are in a world where there is a lot more, like for example, like I, hand on heart, growing up the way I did, I had a problem with gay people growing up, and that's the culture I lived in. But hand on heart, do I have that problem now? No, I honestly don't.
Neither do I.
I don't have that problem now, honestly don't. Do you understand? Yeah? But, for example, what I'm trying to say is that there's real issues with, that for example, with that the LGBT community do face, right? There's gonna be real issues. There's gonna be real issues that black people do face. There's gonna be real issues. Like, so when we point at something like DaBaby saying that, and when we blow it up to what it is, it's like, hold on, wait, that ain't, he ain't really ain't shit. Like, that's just a guy with an opinion. But then, like, for example, the real issue is the companies that are even, like, it's the conglomerates, it's the people behind the scenes, it's the powers that be that are making us divide and conquer. Do you understand? We're just pawns.
I would agree with
you know what I'm trying to say? And we are just pawns. And so we're just pointing at each pawn and saying, oh, he said this, he said that. Whilst the players in the background are really just making us do that
and
shit.
to add to this
and
disingenuity.
like, I'm saying, so it's like we're just, whatever, the pieces are just there. And then now we're just in a place where before we were controlled by them, but now we're controlling each other. I was saying like the Donahue show, you know, all the old talk shows from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the Jerry Springer show, even Oprah, they used to have KKK people come in, Khalid Muhammad, they used to have Nation of Islam, they used to have people, even Muhammad Ali, check out his old speeches, and he's looked at as an icon, and he used to say some fuckeries. And he was speaking, the people had a right to speak and be challenged. And that is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you expressing yourself. We have been put in a world now where we're individually cancelling each other.
I gotta jump in, I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't, because I understand your point, but you're...
Yeah.
And one thing I have to point out to you is the forum in which you're having this speech anyway, because you said a bunch of talk shows or whatnot. The forum matters as well, because it dictates what kind of a conversation that you have. This was not a forum. This was not a he was not to be challenged or whatever. But also the disingenuity that you said earlier, I have to agree with you there, because the other thing that we're overlooking is, so yeah, these people who are piping up and wanting to get canceled, they've lost the plot themselves, because all you're really doing is just attacking a man. When some of these companies pull sponsorships, they don't give a fuck.
They
about
don't
what
care,
they're
man.
about.
All
they think is like, oh shit, this might hurt our profits.
Listen,
let's just drop him.
Yeah, listen.
They don't even care about homosexuality.
It's literally called damage control.
Exactly.
And once they like DaBaby's like, okay, they need to pull out, and you saw how it was a trickling effect. Once Boohoo done it, right? Now it's like now they've got now the PR of all these other stuff is like, if we're the ones that are sticking with him, then we're going to be looked at this way. So they've got to pull the plug.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a conversation and like, yo, you know we fuck with you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even... You know what I'm saying? That's literally what's going to happen. Do you think they care? Same thing with the Black Lives Matter people that will be doing all that shit. But go ahead.
I want to say to drive that point home is, I think people, instead of trying to cancel, if you really care about whatever the message was, or if you really believe that he has some hatred toward homosexuality, instead of starting that domino effect of him losing sponsorship or whatnot, that solves nothing. It just means he lost a few bags or whatever. He's still gonna make money off of his music or whatever. Why don't y'all, I want to see the person that comes out and says, yo, I feel this was, you said something that was offensive, and we recommend that you go on this course, or may here's some information or something for you to like, you know what I'm saying? Give him some education then. Tell him, we feel like this was because blah, blah, blah. Try to show some reform if you feel like the person was in the wrong.
I think he's going to be stubborn in his ignorance regardless. To even make those comments, I think that he's in a space where he has access to a plethora of information and a plethora of probably gay people that work behind the scenes in his own team and stuff. So I think that even if you're right, it would be great to educate some people, but there's some people I feel like they are stubborn in their ignorance, and for me I felt like that was stubborn ignorance. Like you said, he comes from a particular culture and he's representing that culture, at least he feels so, but that does not change my stance on what you should be allowed to say or what you shouldn't be allowed to say. I think that it's still unnecessary, and I'm glad that he's had certain things dropped, and next year we'll see what festivals take him as well, because there should be ramifications. I think anyone who has an audience online should be held accountable. Anyone, even trolls, if you're going to slide into someone's DMs and tell them, oh, you're a fucking monkey or whatever it is, I think you should be held accountable, especially if that's not the same energy you're going to keep in real life.
But let's compare it to what DaBaby, because I feel like we're doing...
No, it's about accountability. My point is just about accountability. So you said some stuff, you're suffering as a result of that. Good.
But the suffering is the gravity, the magnitude of the backlash that he's getting. I think that's what we're really talking
And I think
about.
the magnitude of the backlash is higher than what he said. I think it elopes. It's like...
Sit somebody down, before you make your point, sit somebody down. And the reason I believe that all of this canceling people, it does not help a situation. It just starts a domino effect of people who just, all they care about is money. So they're going to pull out. Like you said, they have to keep up appearances and be like, yo, you know, we love your music, but this is hurting our campaign right now, so we got to pull out. That doesn't help the situation. Instead, and I think we're not affording DaBaby and people in his space, we're not affording him the I don't know what the word is, the give him a chance. Sit him down. Bring him on the Breakfast Club for Charlamagne to be like, you know what I'm saying? That shit that you said was blah, blah, blah. Instead, we attack him. So, of course, he's going to come back. Even when you have an argument with someone and they're in the wrong, but if you come at them hot, they're still going to come back.
You know what you're saying? And that's a good point, because this is what I'm trying to say. it's teaching people as a way of dealing with opposite opinions that we just cancel people. And this is what I see on social media all the time. Someone writes a status, somebody comes again with a counter status, and then guess what? Oh, fuck that person, I unfriended them. That's not how you deal with people. And you're allowed to disagree with people, you're allowed to have different ideologies, and what it is people are differently indoctrinated in different ways through the lifestyle and the nature and the nurture of how they were brought up. And we're all going to have some extremities along the lines that are going to cause extreme offense or whatever to some other people. But it doesn't mean that you're a bad or a good person. Do you understand? So, for example, even if he was homophobic, like he don't fuck with gay people, right? Even though I'll disagree with that. And whatever the case is, right? Like, that doesn't take away his humanity. Like I said, even if someone was racist, what he said, fair enough, was irresponsible or anything like that. And if he was like starting a campaign or was like trying to really have a campaign to hurt gay people or to like against gay people, whatever the case is, fine. He just said some stuff that was not nice. Like really and truly, like he said, he's not like, it's like, and again, he is a person. Cancel the MP, the Member of Parliament. We're talking about accountability. Cancel the Member of Parliament. Cancel the Prime Minister or the President. Cancel the director of a company who says that. Not the person, a rapper. Like he's a 20-something-year-old rapper, like, and he's just out there talking his shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, so what happens then when the president says it, or whatever the case is, or whoever the case is? It's like we are putting too much emphasis on small people or just on people for just expressing some, like, it's like that's a minor. Like even if he says, like, there's people all the time, like for example Kodak Black, there was an interview where he said he don't fuck with dark skinned girls, he finds them ugly. To me, that's some cancel shit. If I was in that belief, I was like, no, I cancel that guy. That's some dangerous speech. Yo, at the time he was an international rapper. Cancel that. But why would I? He has the right to say that, even though I vehemently disagree with him. But that's who he was at the time. He was the ignorant, dark skin. You know what I'm trying to say? He's
still is ignorant as fuck, but okay.
Yeah, but that's who he is. And the thing is, though, as I've like you said, give him time to grow. Give whatever the case is. Like what he said wasn't like fuck black girls. Someone asked him, "Would you marry a black guy?" He said, "Nah, because I feel that they." Do you understand? He expressed himself. Difference between having a campaign or hate speech. You know, like if you're having a hate speech, that means you've got an ideology and you want to perpetuate it and you want others to.
So you're saying the frequency of the hate is a great factor deciding how to deal with someone.
No, I wouldn't. It's not down to frequency.
The hate.
It's the perpetuating.
No, you said that it's not a campaign, right? So because it's one incident of certain comments, that can be excused. But if it was consistent, then they deserve.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Has he got a thing? Is he like in the same comment? He said something against women whose pussy smells like water. Yeah, is that hate speech? Is that hate speech?
No.
What is that?
There's no demographic.
No, but what is that then? There. What would you call that?
That's some dumbass shit to say before a show.
That's what he said about it, getting some dumb ass shit. He said some dumb ass shit.
Yeah, no, we're in agreement.
That's what I'm saying.
We're in agreement that it's dumb ass shit.
So why can't the energy for the pussy smells like water be the same for the not sucking dick?
Because
it's just some shit that he said before.
There's no stinky pussy brigade. Yeah, brigade. There's no community.
There's a lot of women out there who have that problem.
There's no community of them that are banding together and have a voice and like feel like they're underrepresented or minorities and stuff. There's no one to come forward to and even if they did, there's someone that's just angry quietly. Okay, she's there. Trust me. There's some people that feel away that probably have had comments from men about their vaginas, you know. Yeah, so it's not like it's not.
And Rebecca had a friend and I was like, you better just put your phone down. Okay, exactly. We go to the toilet.
But there's a direct demographic that he's referencing there, two different ones. So there's no direct demographic with the pussy. How does that person look? Who are they? Exactly. Let's just agree to disagree.
Let's keep it moving.
And keep it moving, okay?
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, but as the final thought is, I feel like there should be I agree. There are ramifications that you have to face. I feel like the magnitude of these ramifications are a bit much. I feel like there should be a different approach. If you feel like someone violated, afford them the conversation for them to learn or see the error in their ways. I feel like there's some people, really and truly, I might come from the hood and have a certain code. If you sit me down and be like, yo, you know what, I know you feel this way, but you know, X, Y, Z, and it does this and it does that and it does that. Maybe I might be like, you know what, man, shit, you're right. That is kind of wild. Because that does happen in the hood. People come out of the hood and they were like, yo, the way we was moving back there, that's fucked up how we moving, or the street life, and da-da-da-da-da. They talk because someone afforded them the conversation, the ability to think about it, not just come and attack them. Because if you come and attack me, all I'm going to do is double down on my beliefs anyway. Because all you do is come and attack me.
But that's what I'm saying, we're not one-dimensional beings. We are not. Like, say for example, DaBaby could truly not have any problems with gay people.
Yeah.
He could not.
He probably does.
But he probably has a problem with
Niggas
gangster
sucking
rappers
dicks.
or gangsters.
I thought you said sucking dick.
No,
Maybe he had a bad experience. He's walking for a park and I was like, oh shit.
No, but
This
he
is what
can
y'all
have-
doing.
I want to see that
He
shit.
might have a problem with gay people, yeah?
I don't want to see that from anyone. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see no one sucking dick in the parking lot. It's not just gay people. I'm about equal rights, baby. Everyone.
So they should have
mind
the right
your-
to suck dick in the parking lot.
No, but what I'm trying to say, equal, they should be able to suck dick in the
Just
parking
suck
lot.
dick in the parking lot.
Yeah, either we all can or no one can. Okay.
But what I'm trying to say though is that, like, he can actually fuck with gay people. Doesn't like, but he can have a problem with the code that is with the people that are like him. So, for example, okay, over there, that's what y'all do. Cool. But us hip hop, gangster rappers or gangster like these lot, that is something you don't do. Do you understand? That's what we don't do that shit. So he's saying, alright, so he's addressing that. Like, okay, I ain't got a problem. Look, shit. The guy that probably done his hair and makeup was probably gay, or he's the thing. We know that in the background there's a whole heap of homosexual people behind the scenes.
Obviously,
that
they do the best style.
They're in good positions in music and entertainment.
Dressing.
No, in music and entertainment, they're
Yeah.
in very good positions, right?
Stylists.
And stylists and stuff
Yeah,
like that, right? And so it's not like I say he's alien. He knows these people. What I'm trying to say is that, like I said, it's the nuance. So, for example, in that hip hop and gangster shit, it's like that's not what we do. So if you do that and you're part of like this, because I say it's like gangster rap. Like they say, like Lil Wayne, like people be like, I hate niggas, I killed niggas, but they ain't talking about everyone. They're talking about the people that were like, you know, like when you come to the roads, there's a microcosm of people. You're either in the game or you're not. And if you're in the game, no, it's not just the ops, but if you're in the game, you're in. Like you're susceptible to get robbed, to get killed, or whatever the case is. If you're out the game, you're a civilian. Do you get me?
It's like
it's
like the snitching thing.
So yeah, it's snitching. So within the game though, this is what we don't do. This is what we don't do. You know what I'm saying? So he's just saying this is our code. And so he's calling that out. And that is a nuance. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like he probably ain't got a problem with what you lot do over there, but within this is what we don't do. And he's just saying that he's perpetuating his shit as a gangster rapper. That's his image. So he's saying all that shit. Do you get me? So yeah, anyways.
We digress.
We digress.
I think we know how you feel now. Okay.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows how you feel now.
I don't say, cause before I start getting cancelled and shit, you hear me? Like,
Cancel him. Cancel this guy.
listen.
Please,
What's the opposite of cancel?
His handle will be at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of
So
cancel?
you can send your messages directly to him.
Hey, all the people that agree though, so I'm saying, help me, yeah.
Go give him a follow. Actually, you probably would get followers from other ignoramuses, just like
from
you.
other real G's, you get me?
Yeah, I said it with chest. Anyway, let's move on to our final topic.
Do you guys even want to? Like, I think we're about an hour or so in anyway. We could probably leave it for another.
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we leave Kanye out of it?
Yeah.
Or we could just, you know what? I want to touch on it just real quick.
I
Yeah, because I mean, I haven't listened to it, so it's not like I can say that much. I know.
Kanye doesn't. The whole thing was
You know what?
No, I'm just saying.
So you ready to fight, huh? Because you've been arguing here. I'm like, now you ready to fight, huh?
Cool. Alright.
Well, I think it just kind of goes in with the last topic with Kanye. It kind of fits into that. But the whole thing was the way I could tie Kanye into this now, because all we were going to talk about is because Kanye makes headlines, is he still relevant in the culture and in the state of music? You know, because people have tried to cancel him a few times. And, you know, so
unsuccessful.
Yeah. So what do we feel about that? But really and truly, I also look at it as it does speak to this whole cancel culture, which I think is out of hand.
Bro.
Is fully out of hand. And also, a lot of you place way too much emphasis on celebrities. They're just regular people who are really popular and have a lot of money.
True.
That's it. Kanye West is not a doctor. He's not a social or psychologist or whatever.
Somebody called Chuck. Dave Chappelle.
And neither is DaBaby, right? Just like when he made that joke about, you know, when MTV was like, what is Ja Rule? He doesn't fuck what Ja Rule thinks about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just a rapper. I don't want to dance right now.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
BBC, let me tell you something. I'm not pulling it out,
We
yeah?
love us some Dave Chappelle.
I was offended when in 2009, Barack Obama became the president of the United States, the first black president, right?
Not the first technically.
Oh, okay.
but
Alright, cool. Well, yeah. Do you know who the BBC got to represent black people
Oh my god.
having this thing in America? And it was a big thing. You'd think they get what, Tim Campbell? You know, like someone, I don't know, I can't think of any
Even
black
Don Lemon,
yeah.
perhaps. But who did
No, UK British
Oh,
British
yeah,
black
UK.
person,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. What would
You know
they
what I'm saying? They got Dizzy Rascal.
Dizzy.
They got they got Dizzy Rascal, and that was one of the most dumbest, embarrassing interviews I've seen in my life. Right? A whole president, yeah, and then you got Dizzy Rascal, bro. He's just there.
Quick, let's grab someone black.
Bruv, it was the most.
Whose number do you have?
Bruv, at the time I was infuriated. I was mad at Dizzy because he really fucked up. He done what they wanted him to do.
Oh really?
He was ignorant, he was dumb, he was stupid, and he was just representing us bad. And I fuck with Dizzy. He's probably grown up since then. This is all night.
Yeah.
But it was just, he should never.
What did he say?
Yeah, it's so good in it. No, I don't know. Yeah, obviously.
That's exactly what I heard.
Obviously. I can't remember, but it was just something.
Obviously, yeah. That's calm.
Bruv, exactly. It's so stereotypical.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Man's happy in that. You know what I mean? It's about time. I started in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But, so I'm saying, but the BBC, they knew what they were doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Why are they doing that? They set him
They
up.
were laughing at the back.
They set him up. They set him up. Because in a way, I'm telling you, the subconscious, they're balancing. Yeah, black people can do this, but look at them in real life though. Like, here's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just some bullshit. And that was for me an act of racism actually.
Yeah.
And these are the corporations and the people. This is the macro. This is the real thing that we're talking about that needs to be addressed. Do you understand? It's the actual.
I don't know
behind.
if people know though how unorganized sometimes these companies are about getting people to be on their shows. I've seen some of the way that they operate in terms of media and stuff, and it is really like you think that they're all organized and shit, and like, but they're really just like who is black, whose number do we have, who do we have access to?
I tell you what, people don't understand the power of like mediums, right? And there's a book that I'm actually reading. I'm just getting up because I forgot, right? It is called No Logo, yeah, by Naomi Klein, right? Yeah, No Logo by Naomi Klein, and it's about brands and images and stuff like that. And without digressing, we're not talking about things, but
Nah, I don't even think you should just make the point and we could just wrap it.
Yeah.
We can talk about Kanye another time when his album actually drops.
okay, hey, fuck Kanye. I was just I don't hate or love Kanye. Like he's just instant. I don't give him the love that he wants. I don't really hate him. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
Innit? You know what I'm saying? I like that he's making money from Yeezys though as a black man. Like cool, but I don't. I think he's a genius producer, but I'm just like indifferent to him. But like, what I'm trying to say is though, going back to the Dizzy Rascal thing and all that, and these brands, there's nothing done by an accident, bro.
Yeah, definitely not.
Like there was like she gave in this book an example, like I said, No Logo, yeah, by Naomi Klein, of Heineken, I think it was, and they had they were doing something in a show, they were and they were sponsoring a show, and in the show, the director, an email was leaked from the director to the producers of the show saying that, look, we're sponsoring you guys, but you need to make some changes. You've got too many women and too many black people, and that's in the front. It was such a nuance. There was the majority white people, but there was too many that he said it's affecting our the demographic that we're trying to reach to. Do you understand? And it's gonna spoil our image. So yeah.
I need water.
I
But yeah, call it that. Let's wrap it up
I
then,
think this is
bro.
a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah. So
Lydia's roaming. She wants blood.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your thirsty ass.
Alright, cool, man. So yeah, we digress. Unknown destination.
It's been a good episode. I like this one.
Yeah.
We had to dash a whole episode away. It's a long story.
Yeah, this is part 2, part 3.
Yeah. This is volume 2, part 2.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, put it that way then.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Come in.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace, friends. Out.
It's been very real, people. Catch us again. We'll be back again.
Like, subscribe, and what's it? Like,
Comment,
share, subscribe, and all that shit, man.
All that good stuff, yeah. Hey,
Peace.
gang. Not today. Look at my outfit.
Shit, your mom's probably been thirsty all that time.
I
bro.
know. The door's accidentally locked and it's wonderful.
Yeah.